Professor Dudkin was conducting chemical tests in his laboratory, just as always. Hey Liam! Let's get rid of these waste barrels. Get them to the utilization plant. Can I do it tomorrow? I have just washed the restroom. I'm so tired. No, it needs to be done now. Liam was an extremely lazy guy, so he decided to flush all that waste down the toilet and then quietly sat to play Minecraft. Something really bad happened to the sewage system because of that waste. Hello! Some weird green liquid is flowing right out of the sewage. Move on, people! Clean the way! It's very dangerous here! Maybe it wouldn't have gone further than just a simple sewer cleaning, if not for that incident in the bus. Hey, where is my wallet? Did you just steal it? No, ma'am. I am a good citizen. Show me your pockets. Luckily, the bus stopped and the pickpocket took off running. Stop the thief! The granny tried to run after him. The two officers were passing by and she reported the theft. The chase began. Wait, it's not safe! But the pickpocket didn't even hear the guy and fell right down the well. The policeman wanted to follow the criminal, but they were told that this place was full of hazardous chemicals and that the chances are that the guy was already dead. The scientists came to the scene of the accident to examine the strange green liquid. These are the toxic chemicals from Dr. Dudkin's laboratory. I recognize them instantly. Professor Dudkin was arrested, and his lab was destroyed with special missiles which can split any radioactive waste. It was Jim's day off, and he didn't need to go to school. Suspecting nothing, he was chilling and playing games. Honey, the laundry is done. Could you go and hang it out, please? Sure, Ma. Jim hated being distracted from the game. He clenched his teeth and went to the bathroom. There sat the monster! Jim was frightened to death and ran for help. We have a monster in our bathroom. You just play too much of Gertrude. I'm being serious. Go and see for yourself. Alright, scaredy cat, I'm coming. But there was no one in the bathroom. Jim's mom thought that her son was just trying to dodge the column. You're grounded. No games for a week. In fear, Jim was watching his mom hanging out laundry in the bathroom. He was imagining that the monster would pop out of the bathtub and would gobble her up. He really wanted to pee, but he simply couldn't go back there because of what he's seen. The evening came. Jim hid in the corner of the room and sat there, shaken in fear. When his parents fell asleep, he heard some strange noises coming from the bathroom. Jim had enough time to hide under the bed, and the next moment the monster walked in. The boy heard how the monster was touching things, but the creature left to his parents' room. It stayed there for a minute before leaving back to the bathroom. Then it got quiet. Jim was hiding under the bed until the very morning. The alarm rang. He crawled out and looked around. He had a feeling that something was missing in the room. Jim noticed that the valuables were missing. He then went to his parents' room and saw them laying with their eyes open, staring at the ceiling. His father's safe was shut open and there was no money inside. Mom, Dad, wake up! We've been robbed! Don't worry, this all doesn't matter. His parents acted rather weirdly. They didn't care about anything. Ma, I'm super hungry, and I have my music classes in an hour. The woman looked at him angrily. Why do I care if you ate or not? Leave! And Jim left his home hungry. His music teacher was very upset. I was robbed today in the morning. I had my money in that wallet and your details. Could you dictate them to me once again? The guys shared their information, and then the lesson began. Jim was bored as his friend Abu didn't show up. As soon as the class was finished, he went to Abu's. The guy felt somewhat weird because he really didn't care about what Jim was saying. Hey dude, can you imagine? I saw a monster in my bathroom. It robbed our house. But my parents don't care. So what? Hey mate, what's the matter with you? But Abu simply slammed the door. All that seemed very strange. The boy suspected something was wrong. He returned back home. His parents were watching the TV and didn't pay any attention to him. What is wrong with you all? Yesterday's incident was all over the news. The thief that robbed Mr. Jaga fell into that open hatch. At that moment, sewage was full of radioactive wastes. Our specialists have cleaned the radiation, but the criminal body was not found. James started reconciling the facts. Maybe the guy from the news is the monster. He had the information about all the students from music classes, and he was haunting them. Jim decided to talk to Mrs. Jaga about it. The police officer stood by the building as well as the ambulance. Mrs. Jaga laid on the ground. I was washing the floors in the corridor when she went to the bathroom. Then I heard her screaming, and then the window broke. That's all. Jim remembered one girl from the class. He knew her address, so he headed to her to warn about the danger. Grace, you're not safe. Some monster is haunting us. Wait, are you crazy? Look, he's just behind you. Ah! The guys ran to the police department, but the officers didn't believe them. They heard someone's voice coming from the building's window. Hey guys, I know what's going on. I'm responsible for that thief crawler. Professor told them how he was extracting rats' souls. Most probably the sewer monster was not just stealing expensive things, but also his victims' souls. What do we do now? Take it. Everything is written here. You need to mix these ingredients and you'll get the antidote. The guys headed to school, the chemistry lab. The school was obviously closed and they had to break the window in order to get in. They found all the ingredients and began to mix them. I hope we're doing it right. Who is it? They managed to escape from the guard and they ran to the last guy from their music classes. Whoa, it's super late. My parents are sleeping already. Look, the sewer monster might come tonight to steal your souls. Here is the antidote. You need to stab the syringe into it. Well, I honestly don't believe you two, but I love scary stories. Come on in. Grace hid under the bed together with Bruce, while Jim got into the box behind the door and was waiting for the signal. It wasn't a long wait. Strange noise came from the bathroom side, and the sewer monster entered the room. When it turned its back to the box, Grace gestured. Jim jumped out of his hideout and stuck the syringe into the monster. He fell on the floor and began to wriggle. Bruce's parents heard the noise and ran into the room. They called the police. The antidote kinda worked because the sewer monster almost turned into a normal person. The SCP Fund workers came to the site and retrieved the new object to their base. Perhaps the antidote neutralized the monster temporarily. The SCP's ad hoc team went down the sewage. They turned the ultraviolet scanners on and found the monster's shelter following his footprints. All the stolen things were there, and the victims' souls were locked in the cage. The workers released them, and the souls returned back to their bodies. The sewer monster was put into a cell with no toilet or sink.
Wait, how are you supposed to do that? I am overwhelmed.
Professor Dudkin was brought to the SCP Fund too, so that he had a chance to fix his mistake. Sometime after, the antidote effect evaporated, and the thief turned into a sewer monster again. You have to fix your mistake, or you will clean the Fund's toilets for the rest of your life.